Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the 500th video special. And what does that mean? It means reruns. It means I thought I would pull together clips from some of the fun stuff I've done over the years and kind of compile it into a compilation video. I've been doing YouTube for, I don't know, right about since 2018, somewhere in there. So going on 6 years, something like that. And it's been a fun ride. Looking back at some of these old videos, I can see where I have improved a lot. And I hopefully keep improving on making the videos. And so let's get right at it. And let's see, I got a list here of what I'm doing, because I can't remember anything because I'm 6 years older than when I started. There's a lot of videos to go through. First up is one of my earlier ones. I was working on Ophelia, the purple 1850. We'd gone to the 4th of July parade, and one of the brakes decided to hang up a little, and it smoked the paint on the brake cover. And so I fixed that and made a video of it, but then I thought, you know, as I was putting it back together, I had left a part out, and I could complain, and or I could have some fun with it. And so I made this little clip up that we are gonna see right here. Let's see, what do I have up next? Well, a lot of you have noticed over the years that when it's warmer out, I will wear Crocs. And I even, whoa, got some on right now. They're comfy and quick. Wash out easy when you're doing dirty stuff like washing equipment or whatever. I'm not so proud that I can't wear a pair of Crocs. And but yeah, people would comment on them. I've even had some of the truckers show up and say, hey Chris, how come you ain't wearing Crocs today? So people definitely noticed. A couple shows people have asked. And so I made this little clip up one time when I had to move snow, because my wife had found Croc plows on the internet. Someone 3D printed these, and she bought a pair for me. They were pretty cheap, and I just thought it was funny. And so we got this video here that I made right before I went out and cleaned driveways. Well, one of the great things about doing this is getting to know a lot of people, or I guess meet people through the internet. And one of them is Ross the Oliver Man. You know, he has his own YouTube channel. We've gotten to know each other. We've only met in person 2, maybe 3 times. But we, chit chat back and forth, and we got to where we decided we could work together and collaborate by sending clips to each other and working up something fun, having a good time. And once again, I had screwed up when I was rebuilding the front axle on the 1855, and looked in the 2255 book and looked in the wrong page, got the wrong set of seals for the hubs, and so I needed to switch those out. And I wanted to, fortunately the original video wasn't messed up. I caught my mistake before I made the video and fixed it. And so if you're watching that one looking for advice, it's fine. But I wanted to, show that, hey, I'm human too. I want to show that I can make mistakes, or I don't want to make mistakes. But anyways, I wanted to confess about it, and that's what made me think of the Tractor Cab Confession. So I got with Ross and asked him if he'd be willing to be the priest in the other cab listening to my confession. And he said, yeah, send me your video. And so I, my part, what you see, I sent to him and just told him, you come up with whatever you feel like. And Ross knocked it out of the park, did a great job. We kind of talked about it a little bit, and we both have tractors that have very similar cabs, and so that's what we used to kind of give it that flow. And so anyways, here's my confession for using the wrong seals and leading everybody down the garden path, with Ross as Father Ross hearing my confession. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been, well, I've never done this before.
You've never sinned before?
No, I've sinned before. I just haven't confessed before.
Well, neither do politicians, so it's probably fine. What seems to be troubling you, my son?
Well, I made a video and put it on YouTube.
Oh, really? One of them nasty ones, huh?
Yeah. No, that's not the sin. Well, maybe, but there was there was no bad information in it.
Just stupid information, sure.
Yeah, well, the sin part is after I made it, I realized I had put the wrong seals in the axle, and
you did that so that no one else could fix it as good as you?
No, I didn't tell anybody the wrong stuff. The video's right, but everybody thinks I did it right the first time, and I didn't. And so I've got to tear it back apart and put those seals, the right seals, in.
So are you going to make a video telling people that you made a mistake and what you did about it?
Yeah, it's the right thing to do, but...
I got an idea. Follow me here now.
Yeah?
Suppose that you just start complaining about how everyone else is stupider than you, and that nobody knows as much as you do, and it's their fault that they can't fix it right because they're too stupid to understand what you're saying.
Oh. Okay.
Remember, it's just the internet. Just because you're stupid doesn't mean you're not better than everybody else.
Okay, well, I got the new seals, and I can fix it. Don't I have to, do some Hail Marys or I say Hail? Hail Marys.
I think you're thinking of Germany in the 1940s. We don't say Heil anymore.
Don't I have to count beads or...
No, they changed that to needle bearing rollers because the beads were too easy, but I think you should be fine, so.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it.
mean, look at this face. Well, not too long.
I know, not even a mother could love that one, but you're forgiven. So I think you should just work on trying to do better and make less mistakes moving forward.
Okay. Thank you. I will try to be a better person. A better YouTuber.
That's great to hear.
I'm glad I came and talked to you.
Oh, anytime, except on Thursdays. It's dollar beer night. Boy, that guy's got a lot of problems. I'm sure glad I don't really work here, or I'd be super depressed all day long.
Well, the cab confession was a pretty good hit. Had a lot of people tell me they had a good time with it. Ross and I both had a good time doing it. It takes a bit of work to coordinate all that, and fortunately Ross is very creative and just let him do his thing on his end. I do mine on my end. So he wanted to do something similar, and he was gonna be looking for combine parts that fall. And I think it was the same fall, but anyways, he thought about having it make it look like he called me up for parts, and we kind of go from there. And so he just told me, record something up where you're at your parts counter, and I'm ordering combine parts. And so I ad-libbed what you saw there as far as me sitting at the parts counter, and sent it off to Ross. And then it got past harvest time, and he wasn't as concerned with the combine then, and it was cold out. And so kind of sat on the back shelf for a while, and then I got it was during winter time. I got interested in trying to mess around with a green screen, and so I bought one. And well, I did the parts bit where I go down in our parts basement, and yes, that is the actual parts basement or parts department for here at the dealership when we were open, and kind of gave it an Indiana Jones theme. Had fun with it there. Added that in and sent it to Ross, and so he was able to add it all in with his part. Played off from I'd done the part about writing down that he's drunk before he'd done his part. So he played off that really well, and just had fun with it. That's what we were really just aiming to do. And this skit here has got to be my favorite. Ross really edited it together well, and there'll be a link at the end and probably in here somewhere for his channel. So he's a very entertaining guy, so give him a watch. And but here is Ross's. This originally aired on his channel. This is the first time it's shown on my channel. So you might have seen it, but a lot of you probably haven't. And this is Ross the Oliver Man's parts call, new parts supplier.
All right. Well, before we start today's project, I have been meaning to call this place to order a bearing for this combine. I found a place. I stopped at a truck stop along the interstate to get fuel, and I saw on the bathroom wall was written this phone number, and it said, for a good time or Oliver parts, give us a call. So we're going to try that. But if it's like any of these other places, I'm sure it's going to be a headache dealing with whoever the guy is, because the parts people they're getting so pathetic today. So I'm probably gonna have to have some cough syrup before I call, just so I don't lose my temper. So give me just a second, and then we'll give him a call. All right, now I think we feel good enough to call this place, so let's give it a try.
Hello, Lucy's.
Yeah, this is Ross, the Oliver Man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got I got a 7300 combine here, and I need some parts. Yeah, it's a A gear drive combine, obviously.
Uh-huh.
I need a bearing for this corn head, and I wondered if you had something like that.
Yeah, I can look for that.
Great, it's kind of holding up this project, so.
You're not asking for much.
I just love it so much. Do you think you can help me?
Yeah, let me see what I've got.
Ah, geez, I know how this goes. He's gonna go behind the counter for a while to waste time. He'll probably even get the wrong book out, and then I'll just end up having to give him the number myself because I've got it here. Good grief.
You say that's for a combine? Oh, wrong parts book.
Hey pal, I know the part number if that helps you.
You got the number?
It's 30-328-7369.
Okay, let me look.
Well, now I know what he'll do. He'll probably just go in the back or down to the basement and waste a bunch of time and then come back up. Who knows if he'll even find it or not.
Hey Ross, yep, I got your part.
Oh, that's great. Can you ship it?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Well, I need it ASAP.
You want it fast. All right, we'll get her there in a hurry.
Thanks, pal.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Yep, bye.
Holy Ah! Wow, that was fast shipping. Oh, got a little bit worn from the trip, but at least I got it.
Man, I wonder how he even got my number. Of course, some of the stuff that goes wrong when you're filming is not planned. Let's see, I've already forgotten my list. Like this first video, I got to owe a lot of the success of my channel to Herman, the tractor, the 1950 with the big old floater tires. People love them, and as Blaine, who sold them to me, said, Herman is a rock star in a tractor world. So I had some ground. I wanted to try to get to dry out a little better before I planted corn to it. I thought I'll put small disc behind big old Herman. He'll float across anything, and I can get some of the moisture out of this ground before I go and plant it. And I thought This disc, it's about 12-foot wide disc because it's just covering his tracks, and he's 12.5 feet wide. That would not have any problems, even if I really hit some wet stuff. He's going to stay up on top. Well, we got in the muck, and we found that that is not always the answer. The tires loaded up with muck and just stopped cleaning out, and he stopped. We got down to the peat. There was peat underneath the muck. And I say we, it was me. It was all me. So here's a clip. It's been one of my most popular videos on YouTube of me and Herman going places we shouldn't and thinking I could make it through. Next up, we have a video where I was hauling manure for my brother. He's got various animals, some alpaca, he's had cattle, he's had several things, goats. Pretty nice spring day, and he had gotten a new drone, an expensive drone. So he was flying it and filming, getting me footage for YouTube, and has a very neat feature where you can carry it's like a key fob with you, and it'll follow that fob around, and then it'll circle around and get you the great shots of stuff, and it'll do all automatically, so you don't have to try to fly it while you're doing it. My brother is very into dirt bikes and Jeeps, and he wanted something that would follow himself around without him having to fly it, and this was supposedly a great fit, and it was doing a great job overall until it got too close to the manure spreader and got manure in its eye. And then it just, it didn't know where to go. It flew off and crashed. So here's that clip. Well, one of my projects that is slowly happening, very slowly, slower than the 1855, is the 1600 front wheel assist. I wanted to get the engine torn down and the engine work done on it before my engine guy retired. And so that's why I was doing two tractors at the same time, and machine work's all done and the tractor's been sitting in the corner. But before I tore it all the way down, I wanted to check the hydraulic pump, make sure I was getting good pressure. And so I'd taken the sheet metal off, but I put the muffler back on, and well, it slid down the pipe too far, and I didn't really think about that or notice it. And so that was blocking off all the internal holes that the exhaust goes through and comes back around to let it flow. So it was essentially a little rocket. I fired it up, and these are the results I did not see coming. My next clip is a well-known one by a lot of people that watch, but I've gotten a lot of new viewers since then. And I'll try to put links in for each of these videos as we go, so that way you can go back and watch the whole thing if you want. I had gotten my Super 99 with the 371 Detroit diesel in it out to do some plowing one summer day. Things were a little slower and going good, and then I put the GoPro, it was magnet mounted on a strap that goes back to lift the tail wheel, and that was not the best choice because when I hit a rock, that magnet wasn't strong enough to keep the GoPro on, and it flew off and got buried. And while I'm not going to put in, you can go back and watch the video, but we spent a lot of time trying to find that GoPro. We got metal detectors. We found a lot of nails and just all sorts of rusty old metal in that field. I was amazed how much we found, but no GoPro. I replowed it, I dragged it, and we just were not getting any luck. So dragging it was the last thing I did, and then I ordered a new GoPro. I'm like, I'm gonna need one for my channel, and that one's just, it's gone. So the day before the new one was supposed to show up, we'd had some rain. I thought, I'm gonna ride out there on a four-wheeler and go see if I can find the GoPro. Maybe the rain washed the dirt off. And sure enough, there it was, half sticking out of the dirt. I pushed the power button and it actually lit up for only a few seconds because the battery was dead, or basically dead. The footage was intact. I still use that GoPro to this day. It's been a week buried out in that field, getting replowed and dragged and walked over, and so I guess that's a testimonial right there. But the footage was still on there, and here it is, of the GoPro getting plowed under. This next clip is just from the harvest of 2022. This is 2024. Yields were pretty good. I had every bin just about full, and I was finishing up. And I needed to run just a little bit more. I needed to dump a little bit more in the bin, so I had enough room in that wagon to finish up the field, the last field of the year. So I'm up there on the roof, watching, trying. I got a piece of plywood to try to direct it around, fill every nook and cranny. And it was dusty because the corn was good and dry that year. I'd go straight in the bin instead of having to dry it. And so it was hard to see down in there. But so I finally got to where I felt I had enough room in the wagon to get that field done. Well, when I got back, there was a little bit leaking under the eaves. And so I parked the skid steer there, as you'll soon see. I wanted to run some air through it, just to blow off any moisture and cool it down. And I should have left the top lid open so there was less air pressure in there. But as you'll see in a moment, when I turned the switch on, mayhem ensued. That bin is full, as in I probably filled it too much. Got a little bit leaked out under the eaves here. Got the lid closed now. I'm going to turn on the fan and see how much blows out under the edge. Hopefully not much, and it all lands in a bucket. We'll wait for traffic to pass so we can get the full effect here. Uh-oh. Yeah, that ain't working. Oops. Oh, that was bad. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Let's see if it stopped around the other side. No. Dang it. Stop, darn you. It's hard to see, you know, when you're up there trying to stuff it full, but there's all dust and everything. And, crap. I'm gonna use my powers on it. Yeah. Ah. A little bit, there we go. Okay, one side down. Let me go see if I can cure the other side. Okay. Boy, I don't know. Okay, that one there. Let's start with the small one. Am I on it? No, no, okay. Try again. There we go. Okay, one down. Which one next? How about, okay. Ooh, that middle one. I think if I push right there. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's slowing down. Whew, it's a lot of work. I think a couple of bushels have come out so far, but it's nice looking corn. So nice to see it on the ground. It comes from the ground, so I guess, you know, it's only fair that it returns to the ground. Okay. This next video was made just back in October. Well, it had been a slow harvest. I was working on in the shop because it was always just some form of rain, usually a mist, but it just, nothing was happening in the field. It was just always wet. People often ask me where I find parts, and I thought, well, let's have some fun with this. So I made this video, and with the help of Ross, as you'll see towards the end, once again, had a good time with it, and I hope you enjoy it. A lot of people ask me where I find all my oliver parts. Sometimes it can be harder than others. And, oh, look, let me put this stuff down. Oops. The gasket trees are ready. The 160-405A, that's what I need for the 1550. It's all wrapped in plastic. It's ripe. Got the separator bar. Let's see how this one over here. Oh, this one ain't quite ready. Hasn't grown its cardboard and plastic wrappers, and it doesn't have the crossbar. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick it because as far Frost is coming. I guess it's just not gonna probably get any farther than that. Maybe I can use it on one of the other tractors. So let's set this over here for now. We'll see what else we can find. Could have sworn I heard something. Oh, look, another gasket. 103 346A. Got the plastic bag and everything. It's ripe. Excellent. I'll need that for the hydraulic pump. Wait, I think I see something else down here. This woods has been in the family for over 100 years now. This is part of the original family farm. So you just never know what you're gonna find out here. Oh, there we go. Those look like the O-rings for the 3-point hitch piston. Excellent. Let's take these back and do some more looking. I think we have a spot. Let me go back and get the potato spud fork thing, and we'll do some digging. Darn roots. Yeah, there's something. Right. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Hey, the drive gear we needed. Excellent. A little dirty, but it'll wash. There's that noise again. There's something out here. I better hurry up and get what I can and get out. All right, we got this old truck bed, and I think it was 5 paces due east, and then dig. Bad. Oh, here we go. Ah. Not a moment too soon either. Good, used from 1650. Used good from 1650. I sure hope this is that hydraulic pump. Legend is there was one out here. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. There's that noise again. broken spud fork is much match against what's out there. I think it's best we get the parts we've got and get the heck out of here. Oh my God, it's raw squatch. Yeah, we're done out here. Running out of hands. And I need to get out of here. Maybe I'll take my parts and come back for the pitchfork and the metal detector. That sounds like a good idea. Well, I'm safely out of the woods now, literally and figuratively, I think. I got my broken spud, metal detector. I got all the parts back up to the shop. I think I can safely get to work now. I'm just glad the rain let up long enough for me to get into the woods and get those parts before the frost set in. Things got too mature. As you can see, the corn's about ready to harvest. And well, beans are just waiting on some dry weather. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get this 1550 back together, or at least that's the plan. Let's go get at it.
Mama. That's so stupid. So stupid.
Well, those are the clips I picked out, other than this last one. But there are more. I know I missed some, and there's some that are just short little things. I wasn't gonna dig them all out, I guess, but these are the ones that kind of popped in my head or that I found that I've enjoyed. Maybe you either remember one that I did and I forgot about, mention it in the comments. Also, love to hear which one was your favorite out of all of these. Once again, down in the comments. Sometimes you just gotta have a little fun with things. Sometimes you gotta make fun of yourself, and that's what I was doing in this last video. This last clip where I had put new cylinder seals inside the little 425 SL skid steer, and took it out just to try it and push some snow around, and like I say, have a little fun at my own expense. I look forward to reading your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. And thank you everyone for watching. I had no idea I would ever make 500 videos to put on YouTube. I got a lot more I've recorded that are coming up, so we'll be continuing on. The main goal of this channel is to help people with their Olivers, but like I say, might as well have a little fun while you're doing it. So here's that last clip, and we will see you in the next one.